Hello, this is Mish from Downtime Distractions with an in-development review of Dropship Down. This is our 8th in a series of in-development review. If you want more detail around this review type, please check the description below for the specifics on that. Full disclosure, with this review, I received this game key for free as a review copy. Dropship Down is a co-op alien shooter with twin stick controls. Fight a never-ending alien horde alone or with up to 4 players online. So this has full controller support and keyboard and mouse. I preferred the keyboard and mouse, that's what I used. So developed and published by Fast Forward Games. Previous games from these developers, there's only one that I can find, which is a game called Might, which only came out a few weeks ago, and I've actually covered that one on a channel as well, and I want to play that one a bit more. I was just waiting for more of a population to start playing it. But apart from that, I can't find much information on these developers. So this is coming to Steam on the 22nd of July at a price of $4.99 US or your local regional equivalent. So the gameplay and mechanics of this title. So it's a very typical horde mode. So survive the round, get some currency, possibly get an upgrade as well for your character, and move on to the next round. So the game is challenging and the controls do feel nice. There is very little downtime between the rounds, but I kind of love it and I hate it at the same time. I like it because it gives you that sense of tension and impending doom, but at the same time it would be nice to get a bit more time to choose your weapons. So I'm not sure if that could be balanced out a bit better. So some aliens you destroy will drop some consumable items, so such things as maybe health, or a turret that you can put down, or a shield power up for yourself. You can also have a shield dome which you put down. You can put that over your turret. It's a nice little combination. Get grenades, a few other things as well. So as I said, you can play it solo or you can play it with 3 others online. There is an online leaderboard, which is a nice way to add that replayability. That's what drove me to play it a few times, was trying to get that top score. And I believe I got 4th. But by the time you're listening to this, I'm probably bumped right down to the bottom of the list. So the current state of the game. So the game is stable and robust. There's only one game mode, so we just got that horde mode currently. Currently there's 13 weapons and 2 maps. We have a little bit of a character perk system, which I've mentioned before. So when you finish a round, sometimes you'll get a little pop-up in the side saying, do you want to add more health to your character? Do you want to add more shield? Or do you want to add more drops? Things like that. So a little bit of a perk system, nothing amazing, but just something there. So we've got the consumables, and you get a whole lot of alien bugs to kill. So the future state of the game, what they want to bring to the table in the future. More weapons, more bosses, new maps, new game modes, gadgets, I guess that's consumables, and local co-op as well. Nice to have that ability, they say. So this is not expected to be in early access for long. On the Steam page it says autumn. Now, is that my autumn or their autumn? I'm not sure what autumn that actually means. So I guess one thing here would be, please don't use regional based references like that. It doesn't really help a lot of people. And no one really, I guess most people will assume it's the United States autumn, but it would be good to actually put more of a, a couple of months, 6 months, something like that. It's more helpful that way. So I'm going to say, I think it's in there in early access for a couple of months. So the price for Dropship Down will not change once it leaves early access as well, so that's always good to know. And let's move on to the suggestions area. So these are suggestions that I have for the developer, things that I think would improve the game going forward. I think they're on the right track with a lot of things I've mentioned. But yeah, definitely more maps, possibly even bigger maps. There's one map in there called Forest, which I don't think it really works at all. It gives you a visual handicap because there's a whole lot of trees. That doesn't seem to work with the game very well, so maybe just reevaluate that. I'd also like to see, when I'm saying more maps, bigger maps, I'd like to see them add some interactive component to the maps as well. Something where maybe in a bigger map, you come across an old abandoned army base or something that you can commandeer. Maybe then you can kind of funnel aliens in a certain route. Or add just components like that where you can move to an area and it changes how the aliens come at you. So instead of like this, being 360 everywhere, they'll come from a specific location because you can safely secure yourself in an area for a little bit of time, not permanently, but something like that to mix it up would be good. Maybe even giving some doors that you can fix a door and close a door and they can break the door down, something like that would be nice. I also want to say I don't think it's worth them spending any time on local co-op. For bigger games, for massive AAA titles, I think it's worth it. But for little indie titles, for the amount of time that they're going to put in to get local co-op going, is it really worth it? Is it such a draw card that you're going to get a whole bunch of people wanting to play it more? Or would that be better spent adding more maps and more weapons or marketing or something? I just think that needs to reprioritize away from that component onto something else. I'd also like to see in the weapons department, so more weapons, obviously they've said that as well, but I'd like to see more things like, I guess, mines, maybe timed mines, trip mines, things you can set up, little traps, things to do in the downtime, so maybe more downtime, and then let you, build a little, a set of tripwires to help you out from certain locations. Stuff like that, just to add that kind of twist in the game. And probably finally will be just a bit of variation with the aliens. I like them. I think there's some cool designs there, but I think they could mix it up a bit more just to kind of even it out. Not a constant barrage of spider aliens. Mix it up with something else. There are a few other ones I got to in the latter levels, but to start with, maybe not just the same bugs coming at you all the time. And onto just a summary of my thoughts here. It's a nice quick video here as the game is quite short. So a good little horde mode game. They've got a really solid base to build on. But there's so many other horde mode games out there, it's up against some fierce competition. For such a low price though, I think it is worth it. But currently it just doesn't bring anything new to the table. But it's one to watch out for. I think they're just missing a real hook, a real unique component that other horde modes don't have. I mean, it's definitely done well, and it has potential, but it just has potential to kind of disappear in with everything else. I know it's very hard to get their exposure on Steam at the moment because there's such a massive wealth of games being released all the time. For me, it needs some special hook here, something unique, which makes you go, oh, I've never seen that before. Oh, that's so amazing, I want to play it again and again. I mean, sure, it has replayability with the leaderboard, and that's very cool. And it'll be cool as well to play with your friends and people online. I think there is a lot of replayability here, but for me, it just needs something else. Just something else just to add it, to excel it to that next level, something really unique. And that's why it's perfect that this is an early access, so they can work on that, which is really a really good situation for them to be in. So I wish them all the best with that. And remember that this is an early access, so if you do pick it up, give them that feedback. Go to the forums, let them know your thoughts, suggestions. Let's work together and let's make this game really good. And hopefully this can stand out from the crowd. So I'll wrap it up here. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've got some valuable information from it. I've enjoyed playing the game and I've enjoyed making this video. So please leave me some feedback below. Share the video would really help me out. Like it if you like it, obviously thumbs down if you didn't, and subscribe for future updates on this game and other games, and also new games that we're reviewing in the future. So I'll see you next time. Until then, cheerio.